everybody, good morning. We're going to give everyone just a couple minutes to join us. I hope everybody's doing good today. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Enjoy that beautiful sunshine. Maybe got some projects done. If you can see me and hear me, if you can give me a thumbs up or a heart so I know that we are good to go. Okay, well, we are going to go ahead and get started. Good morning, everyone. My name is June Sisk with Girl Scouts Carolinas Peaks to Piedmont. Our Girl Scout Council serves 40 counties in central and western North Carolina. And today we are going to be doing one of my favorite things, and we're in one of my favorite places of the house. We are going to be having fun with our food. But before we get started with that, I want to let everyone know that if you guys have any questions or anything you want to tell us, my friend Molly is in the chat box and she will be answering all of your questions. She'll be posting some of the things that we use today. She will also be posting lots of websites that I'm getting ready to talk about. So if you are not already a Girl Scout with our Girl Scout family and you are interested in doing some screen-free fun, so having Girl Scout program mailed directly to your door, all you have to do is sign up as a brand new Girl Scout, and we will mail you 2 months worth of program right to your door, and you can do it screen-free and already start earning badges. And if you're interested in that, please visit beagirlscout.org/connect. And if you're already a part of our Girl Scout family, we have lots of virtual opportunities still continuing. We have badge and journey workshops, and we also, camp has been extended through the month of August. So if you are interested in some of our virtual opportunities, please visit the virtual tab on our website, which is girlscoutsptp.org. And if you are interested in a sneak peek session with camp, you can visit camplikeagirl.org and do camp programming right from your home. My daughter did it a couple weeks ago and had an absolute blast. So if you guys have any questions, just post them with Molly and she'll take care of you. So let's get started. So today we are going to have fun with food, and we're all getting ready to start back to our kind of normal routines. It's going to be school, and we might be home doing lunch, and it kind of gets boring eating the same thing every day, right? So we're going to come up with a fun way of making a salad, but having a little fun with it and making it into something fun to eat. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a face with our salad. And you can do this with anything. You can do it with a snack. You can do it with any kind of meal. I often do it when I'm doing dinner. I'll put stuff in the shape of a face on my kid's plate or like a mountain scene or whatever. Make sure before you quote unquote start playing with your food that your parents are with you and know what you're doing. Always before you touch food, whether you're eating it or somebody else, let's make sure we wash our hands. Everything that I'm using today has already been rinsed off and washed. So we're actually going to make a salad from scratch. We're going to use things from my garden and local farmers market. We're not going to use any bag salad or anything like that. So we're going to start with a washed head of lettuce. And so what you want to do is you want to cut the core off the bottom. You want to start with a really sharp knife, and you just kind of want to go down there in a circular motion. And as you can see, some of my lettuce has a little bit of spots on it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut that off. We're going to tear that off. Now I'm going to put this in my sink, because I compost, and what that means is I save all my vegetable matter, and I either feed it to my rabbits, my chickens, or I put it in my compost pile for fertilizer for my garden. So then I'm just going to go around, and if there's any bad spots in my lettuce, I'm just going to grab those and tear them off, and I'm just going to add them to the sink to go in my compost bin, or like I said, my bunnies will love them. My chickens eat this too, so nothing goes to waste in my house. So while you're doing this, you can go ahead and start planning out what you want your face to look like. Do you want your face to look like you? Do you want it to look like your Girl Scout leader, your mom, your dad, or any of your friends? So what you want to do is once you get your head of lettuce all cleaned up there, put the flat part on the bottom, and I just slice mine kind of like you slice bread. So I start at the edge and just go down here Now, the question is, what are you going to eat your salad out of? Everything is about presentation, right? We want to make food look good. That's one of the fun things about it. And I forgot to mention this. I'm sorry. I'm using a cutting board. Don't ever, ever, ever cut on your parents' counter. It'll leave knife marks and your mom will not be happy. So make sure you always use a cutting board. Make sure it's clean. And if you guys have never cut into a head of lettuce before, you will discover that the outside is really pretty and green. But once you get towards the middle, you got that harder white lettuce. I like all of it. It doesn't bother me to use any of it. So what I do is I go through and slice it this way, and if my pieces are still too big, I go in and chop it up again. So this for me is probably going to be like my skin color. I'm going to use this as my face. I normally eat my salad out of a bowl to keep it all together, but today I'm going to make it on a large plate, kind of round like my face, so you guys can see what we're doing a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to put that right there. So I'm going to start with taking some of my lettuce, and always make sure that you lay your knife blade away from you and over to the side so that you don't actually accidentally grab it. So we're going to take some of the lettuce, and we're just going to put it down on our plate, kind of in the shape of a circle, just to get us started. And like I said, if you missed any of those little brown pieces or you don't particularly like the white, you can just put it to the side. All right, so I'm going to move the rest of my lettuce over on my cutting board, and that's what my family's having for lunch. Okay, so it's like I said, some of my pieces are still too big. So what I've done here is I put the lighter stuff at the bottom for my skin, and then I put the green at the top for my hair. Now, we need to make this start looking like me, right? So the next thing I'm going to do is, I absolutely love cucumbers. Some people peel them and some people just slice them. For me, I like to just slice them. I don't like the ends of it because that's where a lot of the seeds sit. So I just chop that off, go straight into the compost, and I do nice thin slices. They are actually a little bit thicker than a quarter. So you just want to slice a few of those. Now we have circles. What can you do on your face with circles? Well, let's just make these my eyes. So I'm going to place 2 of those right there in the center. So now we've got some eyes on my plate, and I'll show you guys the finished product in just a minute. But I'm also going to take one, and I'm going to cut it in half like this. And I'm going to put it on the side of my salad for my ears. All right. Something else I like to put on my salads, and the fun thing about salads is that you can put fruit and vegetables or protein, nuts. You can put dressing on it. You can put anything you want it. You don't have to start with a salad base. You can start, like, you just do a fruit salad, or you can start, I have a lot of people that make cucumber and tomato salad. So this is probably the favorite thing out of my garden, tomato. Normally, I would take the time to core it and all that. Because we're on a video, I'm just going to start from the other end, not the end that was attached to the vine, but the other end. When you're picking a tomato, you want to look around and make sure it doesn't have any bad spots. It may be a little yellow near the edge of the vine. That's okay, as long as it's predominantly red and it's a little bit soft to your squeeze. You don't want it super squishy, but you do want it to give a little bit. So this one's pretty big. So I'm going to do is I'm going to slice off the end of it first. Make sure your knife is nice and sharp. And I'm just going to take that little end, throw it into my compost, and I'm going to do the same thing I did with that cucumber. I'm going to slice some kind of thin slices. And you guys can't really tell this because we're on the video, but my dark hair has some red in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tomatoes and I'm going to kind of slice them. And this is what we're going to make my hair out of for my salad. So I'm going to take my tomato like this, and I'm going to slice it into like 3 strips. And I'm going to do that with all of my slices. Tomatoes are really good on a salad. They give it a different texture. They give it a different taste. Like I said, some people don't like tomatoes. I like the big juicy ones. Some people like the cherry ones or the Roma ones that are smaller. But I just love tomatoes in general. Or, you know, a good tomato and mayonnaise sandwich. So now I've got my tomatoes kind of in strips. And I'm going to put them up top on my salad. Okay. Now, we need to add a couple more things here. Uh-oh, I'm covering up my ears. Let me not do that. And so normally I would take a minute and rinse off my cutting board, but since we're on video here, I'm just going to take a paper towel and wipe that up. Anytime that you're doing anything, like if you were doing raw eggs or something like that, you want to actually clean it. But because I'm going straight to another vegetable that's going into my salad, I'm just going to take a second and wipe that up. Another thing that I love to add to my salad are carrots. And you can do this a couple different ways. You can throw them on there whole. You can chop them up in little pieces, or you can use a grater. For this particular video, I'm just going to slice them in half. Carrots are a little bit hard to do, especially the baby ones. You want to make sure that they're peeled first. If you don't have a vegetable peeler, have your parents get one and teach you how to use it. I'm just going to break mine up into some little pieces. And this is what we're going to use for my nose. We'll pop those on there, and then I might break it up into little tiny pieces and add some orange flecks to my hair. All right, let's see. I don't have any protein on my salad yet. So there's a couple different ways you can go protein. For quickness, I always use pepperoni. It's easy. You don't have to necessarily keep it in the fridge. You can also add deli meats to it. You can do grilled chicken. You can do nuts. You can add beans to your salad. Whatever you want to do. So for my mouth, I'm going to take a couple regular pepperonis and I'm going to slice them in half. All right, I'm going to slice them in half, and I'm just going to lay them in kind of like a semicircle across the bottom here. All right. And the last thing about me that we haven't represented yet is I have freckles. Don't know if you can see them too well, but I do have freckles all over my face. And I'm going to represent those by adding some cheese. Now, do we think I'm going to take this big old block of cheese and just dump it on my salad? No. We are going to grade this bad boy up and sprinkle it over my salad. Sorry, I had to slide away and grab my grater. So this is a vegetable grater. You can use it for lots of different things. You notice it has different sides to it. This one will actually produce the cucumber slices that we did. This does a really, really fine, this is good for a dry cheese like Parmesan. This one does really, really small fine cheese, but we are going to use this size right here. It does a nice thick shred, which I like. Always make sure that your fingers are away from this. It's not as sharp as a knife, but it can hurt you. So what I like to do is I like to fold my cheese back and hold it about 2 inches from the end. Put my thumb on top so I've got something to push down with. And we're just going to press it into there and keep sliding up and down. I know you guys can't see anything happening right now, but give me just a second. I'm going to show you. So cheese is a great way to add dairy to your salad. So when you get done, you'll have vegetables, you'll have protein, we'll have dairy. The only other thing we haven't really added here is fruit. And I could quickly, actually I'll go grab an apple and slice it up and throw it on here. So we will have all of our food categories covered. So as you can see, I slid the cheese. And I like kind of strong flavored cheeses. So this is Gouda cheese, but you can use any kind you want to. You can use American, Swiss, mozzarella, Colby Jack, whatever you want to. Some people even put blue cheese kind of crumpled up on their salad. So I'm going to take a little bit of my cheese and I'm going to sprinkle it on either side of my nose for my freckles. And let's see, let's go grab an apple real quick. And yes, all the fruit and vegetables in my house just stay pre-washed because my family rolls through and just grabs them. So this is a really little tiny apple, and you'll notice it's red and yellow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slice it down the center. And I like to add apples to my salad. It gives it a nice crunch and it's sweet. I don't eat a lot of dressing, or especially a lot of flavor dressing. So I like to add different flavors and textures with the food. So I sliced it into a fourth, and I'm gonna take it with my knife cutting away from me and cut out the core. And then I'm just gonna slice it up into little tiny bite-sized pieces. And let's see, since this is red, we're just gonna continue to add to that beautiful red hair that I want to have so badly. So we're gonna pop that on top. All right, so here we have my salad ready face. Beautiful, huh? So this will be my lunch. This is good to go. I had a lot of fun making this. So whether you're eating a salad every day or a sandwich or soup or SpaghettiOs, don't play with your food, but have fun in the presentation of it. You can always have a blast. Make sure that you include as many different food categories as you can to have a nice and balanced meal. I'll probably have a glass of milk or something with this. And as far as adding dressings to it, I get kind of shiny when I get sweaty and stuff, so we can say that this would be me working out in the yard and putting a nice little glaze on my salad. I like to use olive oil or like a balsamic vinegar, so I'll probably wind up putting both of those on my salad when I eat it. I hope you guys learned a little bit today. If you didn't know how to use some of those tools or maybe make a salad from scratch, feel free to email us with any questions or put them in the comments below. If you wind up making your own fun food creation for lunch or dinner tonight, please post it in the comments. Molly and I would love to see it. Again, not limited to a salad. You can make this with dinner. You can make it with a snack. Do whatever you want to. Just be creative and have fun with it, because that's what Girl Scouts do. Remember, if you're not already part of our Girl Scout family and you would like some information about signing up to Girl Scouts and having our program mailed directly to your door, please visit beagirlscout.org/connect. And if you are already part of our family, I hope that you guys are taking advantage of some of the really cool virtual opportunities that we have out there. If you have any questions, please email us at info@girlscoutsptp.org or give us a call at 1-800-672-2148 and post your comments and questions below in the comments. Thank you so much, friends. I hope you had a wonderful day, and I hope you have a great lunch. Bye, everybody.